Dr. Duncan said he has written a book called something about competency, that parents suddenly woke up and found out that they were not competent enough to bring up their own children. He said they used to spend an average of 15 minutes a week with their children's education. He says this program forces you to spend 2 hours to 4 hours a week on your children to shape their education. So he said, nobody told the black Americans that if you score high grades as a child, your chances of becoming successful was raised up by so many percentages. I said to him, in Nigeria, we have the same problem. Apart from a few people like maybe Pastor Olasope, who is a senior advocate of Nigeria, who we can say with confidence is more successful than his parents, most of us here can't boast that we're more successful than our parents. Yet the blessing of Abraham was such that Isaac was richer than Abraham, and then Jacob was richer than both Isaac and Abraham. I said, but in our own generation, we're suffering because all of a sudden our children are getting broke. How many of you right now, at my age, my father had houses. Do you have a house? I'm asking you, let's not pretend in church. Do you have a house? Are you richer than your parents? I'm not talking about quality of life. I'm talking about richer as in assets and liabilities. Am I making sense? They had houses, they had shares, they had, am I right? They had shares in institutions. They had money that they could hand over to the next generation. What do you have? They're still living in a rented apartment. What are you giving to your children? What are you leaving for your children? After the Bible says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children, not just children's children. You don't have anything to give them, and yet you are saying that you are successful. You are not. But the reason why you are not successful, because nobody told you that high grades in school gave you bigger opportunity. But I do Did you hear? Did you listen? Your mates got 2-1 and they suddenly were sent to Harvard. They got first class, they went to Harvard. You got third class and you went to civil service. And then they come back with cars and houses and they're building and